Hello everyone, so today we are going to be transferring some plants and planting them in my front flower bed that's right next to the stairs of the front door of our house. I have some Rudbeckia that are growing in the pathway in the vegetable garden over here, and I left them here on purpose so that I can come and pick them up and plant them wherever I want to plant them. And these are a perennial Rudbeckia, so they will come back year after year. So if you remember in the video where I planted the Sedum, if you haven't seen it yet, I'll put it in the description box below and at the end of this video. I mentioned that I wanted to plant some Rudbeckia over the Sedum, so today we are going to be taking some of this Rudbeckia. I have this great one right here, and I have a few that are good over there. I want to choose the ones with a really robust leaves and plant them over there. I'm going to be pruning the blooms back because that's going to allow them to put more energy into their roots, and if they want to bloom again they can, and this way also they don't have all this weight over them so that they don't topple over. I think I might plant between 5 or 6 over there. So right now we are going to be taking them. I have a few buckets with me. Right here that I have some water at the bottom. I filled with some water at the bottom, and I'm going to be putting the Rudbeckia in them before I'm able to plant them where I want to plant them. And before we proceed, I just want to apologize for not posting a video on Saturday because I was feeling under the weather. We're still recovering from the sickness, and some other family members now are getting it, so it's just, you know, we just gotta go with life. So hopefully I'll try to have this video post for you on Sunday. If I can't, I'll do my best. So we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and get these Rudbeckia dug out and get them planted over there. I might be able to do one more thing, but I don't want to overexert myself because I am pretty tired, and I did a lot a couple days ago, and I kind of faced the consequences, and I'll show you what I did in just a little bit. I have a landscaping mat under the mulch, so I don't want to rip it out. So I'm going to try to pull the plant up with my head and with my hands and see if that would work without ripping the roots out. Very gently. You can see I might have ripped some of the roots, and it will have to work a little bit harder to put some more roots in, but the rest of the roots are probably under the mat and I can't get them anyways, so we'll do whatever we can with this. So I'm just lifting the leaves up, and I'm holding the plant with 2 hands and gently pulling up. That's 2. Wow, this one has really good roots. This one has pretty good roots on it. And that one right there, and this one right here. boy, that looks like a lot of plants. It's drizzling a little. So right now it's drizzling, and I think I pulled up six of these Rudbeckia. They're over here in the bucket next to me, and we're gonna go plant them. But before we plant them, there's something super exciting, at least it is to me, and I want to show you. So let's go ahead and let me show you. I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning about me wanting to get a bird bath for the flower garden in the apiary, and my neighbor 2 days ago gave me something that is absolutely beautiful. It used to belong to her mother, and I'm just super thankful for it. I told her it's an answer to prayers, because it really was. I was just waiting. As you know, I have injured my foot and I can't really drive yet because I can't push too hard on the pedal. And especially in case of an emergency, I'm able to take off my boot every now and then. Sometimes I have to wear it. Today I have it off because I feel a little bit good, and I just didn't want to have to deal with wrapping it in trash bag or just washing it after, because it's too hot. It's 88 today and I don't want to deal with it. Anyways, so for like 2 weeks I was thinking, how am I gonna go and get this? I was hoping to be able to go to a thrift store and try to find a bird bath for this area, and I was thinking, well, I'm not gonna be able to do that, so maybe I'll just do it next year, or I don't know, who knows when. And I was wondering if I should take the post, whatever it's called. It's like a stand for a pot. It's a decorative stone stand for a pot, and I have it under the spruce tree. And if you watched some of my previous videos, you'll see that in there. And I thought, no, I really like that over there. I don't want to take it away from there. And then just a couple days ago, my neighbor contacts me and says, hey, I have this. Are you interested in having it? And she just gave it to me for free, and I'm like super thankful and super happy that I got it. So let me show you what it looks like. So here it is in all its glory. It's this beautiful stonework. It's a little boy with a dog next to him, and I think there's like a bunch of grape on that side. Now this is not a bird bath. It is a stand for a pot, but I was thinking of getting a little decorative cement bowl for it, to put it over the top, and I could fill it with some rocks and fill it with water. And I was thinking of putting the drip in it directly. Oh no, it's raining right now. Bad timing. Anyways, because the idea is to have the bees come over here and drink from it. Right now they're going into the vegetable garden and drinking, and yesterday I went to turn on the water on my new beds, and I think I got stung in one place with like 4 bees, because for whatever reason they were angry at me, and I saw right under it like another 3 or 4 stingers that were hanging from my pants, other than the place that they stung me. It wasn't super bad, you know, thank God I'm not allergic to bees. So but I just, you know, want to be able to go into my garden and not have the bees competing with me over the water over there. And I want to have a water source for them that would be always available for them. It would always be filled with water, because right now they kind of wait for me until I turn on the water in the vegetable garden, and that's when they go and they start drinking. They kind of hover over the area and over the faucets in the on the outside of the house, and they kind of drink from under the faucets. So if I have this area for them over here with a way for them to drink water without drowning, I think that would be great. And I'm going to be, of course, planting some stuff around it and making this whole area look beautiful. That's the idea. So I'm gonna go now, take the stuff over there and wait for the rain to stop a little bit, and then we'll continue. If you remember the Sedum, this is where they're at, and the Rudbeckia are going to go right over them over here. And that whole top is going to change, and you can see there are some Rudbeckia over here. And you might ask, why didn't I take these and put them over here? Well, let's look at the leaves of these Rudbeckia over here. Look at these leaves, okay? And let's compare them with these leaves over here. I mean, look how much healthier these Rudbeckias are. I'd much rather have these healthy Rudbeckias that I know they're a good specimen and plant them over there than have these. I will eventually pull these Rudbeckias out of here. I might plant them in the butterfly garden, might not, I don't know. I might just toss them, but for now the butterflies are liking them, so I'm just going to keep them for the butterflies, and they're also acting as a weed block for me because whenever I pull them I'm going to have to weed wherever they are. And what I did a couple days ago, and that's why I was super exhausted, is I went here and I weeded this whole area over here. We have blueberry bushes over here, also this one, that one, and that one, and they're struggling because the deer keep coming and because of acidity issues, but you can see the new growth is a lot greener than the old growth, which is yellow. So I'm going to be actually removing these blueberries from here, and I'm going to put them in pots and transfer them into the vegetable garden because it's fenced in. This way they are protected from deer, and I can control the acidity level so they can grow and be healthy until I can find a place for them where I can plant them in the ground and they can stay and thrive in that area. But for now, I feel like that would be the best choice because for years these blueberries have been struggling because the deer keep coming and eating them. And if you look over there, this is what we have to do to all of our young trees. We have to put cages around them, and one of them actually grew bigger than the cage, so we have to put a bigger cage on it so that the deer can't eat it. And once they are a mature size, then we don't have to worry about them so much, and the only thing you would worry about is like the edges, and if it's the edges it's not a big deal, but when they're super young they just like munch them down to nothing, and that's what was happening to these trees, and they were struggling and dying. So I came this late spring and I put the cages around them to protect them from the deer, and then they started growing again. And that tree in the middle that you see over there grew from just being like barely had any leaves into this size that it is right now. You can see it's coming out of the cage, just like where my finger is right there. And the other two are struggling still. They're starting to put on some new growth, but just because the deer kind of like munched them down to nothing. They are also a different variety. Once I remove these blueberries out of here, then I would be able to plant some new plants over here. Now you can see Cousin Knit behind me. See him? He's right there. He's about to talk. It's actually all the grass that I pulled out of here, and it's actually, there's more. There are a couple more boxes that are sitting on the driveway, but I don't have the energy to get them out of here, so he's just gonna sit there and stare at us. I feel like he's just gonna walk down. Anyways, so hopefully it's not going to kill the grass, but I really have no energy to tackle this right now, and I have no energy to tackle the blueberries either, so I'm just going to plant these and we'll see what else I can do if I have the energy for it. Oh, and look, I cleaned the stairs and all that over there up until right there, so I still have all that, and that's why that got me down. So I'm going to lay them down where I think I want to plant them, and then we're going to amend the soil and plant. I think that's going to look pretty good. Look at that. Do you guys see the butterfly over there? I totally forgot my gloves. I gotta go get them. So I'm going to use these in an arrangement in the house, the flowers that I took off, and I might add in some purple Princetinias in there. So I'm taking the lower leaves off, and my daughter just woke up from her nap, so I actually have to go in right after this. I'll take this out of here. Okay. That's the final view right there, and I think that's going to look very beautiful. I'm going to be watering them just in a second, and imagine some purple blooms up top over here. I think that would also look very beautiful along with the yellow. So that yellow with a purple bloom, and then you have these purple Sedum, what's it called? Firecracker, I forgot its name. I have its name somewhere. Anyways, this is a spring bloomer, that's a summer bloomer, and I'll have another summer and spring bloomer up top over there. Something purple and maybe pink, I don't know. We'll see, we'll get to it. That whole thing is going to be changing. As you can see right now, it looks like a mess. The lily of the valley, which were here when we moved in, also been trying to get rid of them for a long time. They just keep coming up and they kill everything in their way because they block the sunlight out, so I have to keep coming and pulling them. And also because I haven't been watering here this whole season, things are dying. I noticed also this thyme tends to die even when I do water it, so I'm not sure what's, like, maybe that's just something that it does, like it dies in the middle, I don't know. that has been my experience with it so far, so I'm just going to be getting rid of it. They're gonna look a little bit floppy just because I just watered them, and they might suffer a little bit just because we have some heat. Tomorrow it's gonna be a little bit cooler than today. Today it was 88, tomorrow I think it's gonna be 80. I think they'll be okay. I'll try to water them every day if I can, and we'll see how they do. If one of them dies, I have replacements. But I think so far this is coming out really nice. I'm going to be mulching over here. I'm also going to be putting down some cardboard because I don't want to deal with the weeds that pop up over here all the time, and the cardboard helps with minimizing the weeds. Oh, see this rock? I dug this rock out of here while I was putting these plants in here. That's what we have to deal with over here. I mean, this is not the biggest rock that I've dug. I've dug really giant rocks from our land. I think that's all I can do for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope maybe you learned something new, and I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. And here it is, sitting on our dining room table. That's what it looks like. I think I'm pretty happy with it.
Please.
1 second. Let me put it in this container that used to hold my sourdough for me. And I ended up with glass shreds inside it, so while I was washing it, so I never used it again. Hold on, baby.